Hello everyone, welcome to Nareen's Life with MS. I am Nareen and it's time for a Mindful Monday episode. And so I do hope before I start Mindful Monday that you did have a good start to your Monday. Um, I had a really good start. I think today's morning yoga went very well, and my evening yoga was also pretty decent. And but one thing that I was a little short of today was time to meditate. And you know, while yes, I agree meditation is very important. Everyone should meditate at least once every day, if not twice. There are times where it is closer to you know going to sleep, is closer to sleep time, um, and you just need to get those 10 to 15 minutes or 20 or 25 or 30, however long, to meditate, right? And I can definitely tell you that it is so important to meditate. But one of the things that I generally tend to see, especially if I wake up a little late, or so I'm not able to meditate in the morning, is that even small pauses where it is very quiet, or all that is available to me is you know whatever soundtrack nature has for me, I tend to find that also very calming. And a lot of times, a guided meditation, yes, it can do a lot of things, but definitely being without any sound for a certain amount of time can also get you into a meditative state. And I did want to talk about that because that is one thing I generally tend to do, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of people talk about using having some kind of white noise machine to help them fall asleep, or some form of white noise that can keep part of them distracted. Usually my dad watches certain episodic dramas, kind of like the Blacklist, 24, those kinds of shows, to just tune out, just have some white noise in the background while he is working. And similarly, I think one of the big things is we do need that white noise machine to pretty much focus on that one specific task that we are doing outward. Now when we are focusing inward, we still need that white noise, just slightly differently, right? Because we are using because the white noise serves the exact opposite purpose that it does when you are using it to focus on something, right? Like, for example, if we do play music while we are studying, we are kind of programming our brains to pay attention to what we are reading, what we are studying, in fact. And similarly, when we meditate, we do need that little bit of music. Now sometimes it comes in the form of a guided meditation, other times it can literally be the sound of silence. It can be the sound of fan you know being turned on, or I don't know if you can hear it, but there are definitely grasshoppers chirping in in the garden right now. So that is one thing that I am listening to. But I definitely feel like I've come to that stage in meditation where I can pretty much focus in on a certain sound and use it as that white noise to be able to meditate. And when I was mentioning that, it when we are meditating versus when we are working on something and we do need that white noise, they kind of serve slightly different purposes. So one is, when we are focusing outward, we just need, you know our brain usually ends up um, being very noisy at times, and usually the white noise kind of works as pretty much the you know the opposite of whatever noise our brain is making, so that these two noises tend to cancel out, and so you can focus on your work, right? White noise, while meditating, the way I see it is we focus on the white noise so that all the noise that our brains are making, all the noises that our minds are making, we can pretty much set them aside because we are focusing on the one white sound that we are listening to, right? And by white noise or the white sound, it could literally be something that is a little more natural, which would be a little easier to understand, like the crickets chirping outside, or it could be, just a fan, right? A lot of people like listening to the sound of a fan while they go to sleep, right? Just like we like to listen to rain or anything else so that we can sleep a little easier. So do tell me what you think about this, that yes, white noise is definitely needed both when we meditate and both when we are focusing, just for slightly opposite purposes, because the white noise serves different purposes. In one case, it is pretty much canceling out the, whatever our brains are trying to tell us, right? All the noise that our brains are making. Whereas while meditating, because we are looking inward, a lot of times what we need to do is to cancel out or to forget that our brains are making noise. We focus on that white noise that is being played, right? Or that is naturally occurring in the case of these crickets or grasshoppers, whichever ones they are. So yes, please do share what your thoughts, insights, and experiences are in regards to, if you do meditate, if you do focus, what helps you focus? Do you actually listen to music? And on top of all of that, uh, how easy is it for you to enter a meditative stance? Because for me now, it is becoming a little easier to, just pretty much slow down my breathing, focus on something, even if it is, listening to these crickets outside, and just focus on them so that, everything that's happening up here is not impacting everything else. So yes, please do share your thoughts, your insights, your experiences so that we can get the conversation started. But with all of that said, I do hope your Monday started off very well. This is Naren's Life with MS. I am Naren, and here's me wishing you a good night, sweet dreams, and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye.